and the founder and CEO of yourspot.com, and that's YORE spot.com, is with us. Brandon Irlbeck is joining the program. And Brandon, how are you today?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
Very good. Thanks so much for your time. And tell all of our viewers a little bit about Your Spot and why you made it a spot for free speech.
Well, it started with my business I created. I was a engine rebuilder, and I got censored for using a Donald Trump voiceover. And from there, I just decided that maybe it's best if I just build my own website. And lo and behold, it did not take long for a whole bunch of people to follow me too. And then we turned it into a social network. And from there, we have gained many users. Your Spot is all about free speech. No one is censored. We have, in the terms of service, there's only a few things you can't do. Very small list. And, we have games, contests, giveaways, documents you can upload, pages, news, resumes, events, groups, polls. You got friends. So it's just basically an alternative to what you're already comfortable with on Facebook. We have live streaming, and, you can just be yourself here. And we have a lot of people that have joined that were very angry at first that they were getting censored here and censored there, and 2-3 weeks later, now they're calm because they gained their voice back.
Right.
So Your Spot stands for unity and community. We're trying to bring everybody together, and that's the main focus here. Is just don't censor anyone.
And that's where I think you stand out, because you're open to conservatives and liberals and people with different points of view. You want people to be respectful. You want their voices to be heard. And that's going to be the same way on this abortion issue as any other issue, right, Brandon?
Absolutely. The point of being different is having a voice. And if your voice gets shut down, the only thing that makes you do is get angry. Everybody should be entitled to their opinion and not be censored because of it.
Now, there are bills that are being talked about in Congress right now, American Innovation and Choice Online Act. I don't know if you're following it, and this is something that's got some bipartisan support, and you've got some of these conservatives and liberals together, and they want to create more power for the Federal Trade Commission to go after companies, online social media companies, in a way to monitor and censor and regulate. And I don't think growing government is the answer to the problems of these big tech companies. I think it's competition, fostering more competition, and having people seek out alternatives like Your Spot. But what's your view about giving more power to the Federal Trade Commission to regulate social media companies?
They want to control the narrative for everybody. And if that means by making you be quiet so that their voice is the only voice that's being heard, that's disgusting. I don't think they'll be able to ever pass it to private-owned companies like myself. I don't think, especially since I live in a Republican state, I never see that happening. But I think it's sick. I think that it is dictatorship. It's communism, socialism. It's only one voice, and if you have a disagreement, you don't get to talk. And it's disgusting.
We see the government now expanding gun control measures with this new bill that just passed, and everything Biden is pushing is more government and more control and more regulation and more oversight. And I just think that is un-American. I think that squelches individual liberty. And I'm going to fight against it every ounce of strength that I have, every fiber of my being. I'm going to oppose it, because I think our founders wanted this country to be free and wanted us to enjoy liberty. And they're trying to take that away, Brandon.
Yeah, I know. And if you look at the states that have the highest gun control, they also have the highest gun crimes, period. Think about that. Why is it? A criminal does not need to do a background check to buy a gun. And if they're the only ones with guns, what is that going to cause? These people are just blatantly disregarding facts to push their own agenda to make us be sheep. And it's never going to fly.
No, and we've got a great opportunity coming up, and I know you're preparing for it, I'm preparing for it, these midterm elections, and I think this is a chance for the American people to say no to this agenda, to return some sanity to Washington, D.C., and try to fight back against this horrible agenda, which has been so destructive to our economy and to the American people in so many different ways. We have about a minute left for people that want to get involved in this midterm election and voice their political viewpoints. Obviously, yourspot.com is a place they can do that, right?
Absolutely. We're in the Apple Store and the Google Store as well. And we do not, our apps are not built by them, so we don't have to follow the exact same rules that everyone else has to follow. I would suggest everybody just give us a shot. If you don't like it, delete it. But if you want that Facebook feeling without that Facebook law, sign up today.